Okay, this is DragonofEternity and welcome to a talk about the new expansion for World of Warcraft. Yeah, it just got announced last night, so I thought I'd talk about it a bit, show off what's been announced, and just talk about my opinions of it. So, yeah, let's start with the first line of dialogue then. Declare your allegiance. Azeroth paid a terrible price to end the apocalyptic march of the Legion's crusade, but even as the world's wounds attended, it is the shattered trust between the Alliance and Horde that may prove hardest to mend. As this age-old conflict reignites, join your allies and champion your faction's cause. Azeroth's future will be forged in the fires of war. So, yeah, instead of old gods like I thought it would be, it's going to be, at least for the first part of the expansion, maybe the entire expansion, it's going to be Horde versus Alliance. So I'm not sure what kicks it off. There's been some talk in a booklet's been announced from Christy Golden, and there's been some talk from the devs about apparently the Night Elf city gets burnt down. So the entire tree Teldrassil gets burnt down, and the Alliance invade Lordaeron, so maybe the Undercity gets taken off the undead, which makes me wonder how the Night Elf leveling experience and the Forsaken leveling experience will go if their kingdoms have been taken. Maybe there's a swap around? I don't know. I guess we'll find out more when the expansion hits. So, let's see, scrolling down. Oh yeah, this thing. Lovely. Recruit allied races. Explore Azeroth as one of 6 new playable allied races, including 4 you've encountered in your campaign against the Legion. Embark on a quest to earn their favor and unlock each race, adding their strength to your faction. Create a new character and complete the full leveling experience to earn a distinctive heritage armor set. Now I should say, it's talking about 4 I've encountered in my campaign. I've never really encountered the Void Elves. Unless you're talking about Olivia Windrunner, technically, so yeah, I guess that could be a thing. So, yeah, there's 6 and we have 4 right here. So we have the High Mountain Tauren for the Horde, so we have a new Tauren model for the Horde. We have the Nightborn for the Horde, so we essentially have, I don't know what you would say, it's like a blue Night Elf, basically. So we have a new Elf model for the Horde. We have the Lightforged Draenei for the Alliance, so we have a new Draenei model. We have the Void Elves, so we have the Void Elves for the Alliance. That's basically a Blood Elf reskin, but for the Alliance. So I guess, yeah, these 2 make sense as being a switchover. Alright, and we also have another 2, which are the Dark Iron Dwarves for the Alliance, which it makes sense, Moira's been leading them for years. And we also have the Zandalar Trolls, which gives us another troll model for the Horde. Now, I really don't get the Zandalar Trolls. It's like, we've been fighting them for how many expansions, how many dungeons, how many raids? We've kicked their asses how many times? And suddenly they're joining the Horde. So, unless the Alliance do something cataclysmically stupid to them, I don't understand why they're joining the Horde. I guess it'll be explained in the expansion. Like every question I have, it'll be explained in the expansion. Yeah. So let's see, on to the next thing. Speaking of Zandalar, we have the 2 new... Well, yeah, it is 2. We have the 2 new continents for the Horde and Alliance, oh, for the players technically. We have Kulturas and we have Zandalar. So, what can I say about Kulturas and Zandalar? They've been talking about in the lore, and I guess instead of, you know, Horde and Alliance going through the same leveling experience, the Horde has Zandalar and the Alliance has Kul'Tiras, so you've got 3 leveling zones per faction. And then once you hit max level, you can go to the other factions' zones. So whether it's going to be the exact same quest, or it's going to be different, I don't know. I'm suspecting it'll be different since, you know, 3 zones for leveling and then 3 zones for max content. That would give you something to do. That would be pretty good endgame. You know, you as a Horde fighting against the Alliance in Kul'Tiras, or you as the Alliance fighting against the Trolls in Zandalar. Something like that. So, yeah, I guess I can talk about Kul'Tiras while I'm here. Also, hello Jada, you have a different model. Your boobs appear to have gone even bigger, if that was possible. Maybe it's just the clothing. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, the Alliance Kingdom, Kul'Tiras. As a hero of the mighty Alliance, journey to the seafaring kingdom of Kul'Tiras, home of Jaina Proudmoore. Untangle a web of betrayal and dark magic, as you encounter power-hungry pirates, witches wielding death magic, mystical sea priests, and more. Explore the stony peaks of Tiragard Sound, trek across Drustvar's high plains and red forests, and navigate the intricate inland canals of Stormsong Valley, as you convince this fractured kingdom to join your cause. So, yeah, sounds like... Oh, hello Discord. Oh, I had this issue last night. Why do I have it up during recordings? Right, turn you off. Lovely. So, what was I going to say about this? Oh, yeah. So, Jaina. She was all about peace. And then Pheromore happened, and she got pissed off at the Horde. And then the Bell incidents occurred in Pandaria, and she got completely pissed off at the Horde. And then Legion happened. She lost a vote to allow, or to not allow. She was against the Horde going into Dalaran. She lost that vote, and she fucked off for the rest of the expansion. So now she's back. I guess she's helping her homeland, since she had nowhere else to go. Yeah, so I guess we'll be seeing her again. Lovely. So, what... Oh yeah, I could talk about the areas. So, the stony peaks of Tiragard Sound. So I guess you've got the Alliance city there, and then some mountainous regions. The inland canals of Stormsong Valley. So, I guess it'll be full of rivers. And the high plains and red forests of Drustvar. So, there's going to be high plains and there's going to be forests. Okay, so pretty much an Alliance-y area. Yeah. You've got mountains, you've got grasslands, you've got forests, it's an Alliance area. So next we have the Horde Empires Zandalar. Prepare the Horde for war by recruiting the ancient Empire of Zandalar. In this troll-dominated territory, ancient evil awaits to be unleashed on the world as you battle bloody, crazed blood troll worshippers, gargantuan dinosaurs, and titan constructs. Discover Zuldazar, the oldest city in Azeroth, unveil the bleak swamps of Nazmir, and traverse the deadly desert of Vol'dun. So I suspect Zuldazar is going to be the Horde capital for the expansion. So Zuldazar, it's essentially... What can I really say? It's a troll city. We've seen troll cities before in Zul'Gurub and Zul'Aman. So it's essentially very trolly. Not make a pun, but yeah, it's a troll area. So yeah, there's that. Unveil the bleak swamps of Nazmir. So we've got a swampy area. Lovely. And the deadly deserts of Vol'dun, so we have a desert area. So, yeah, deserts. We've got Troll City, we've got swamps, and we've got desert. So, it is essentially a very Horde area. Yeah. I still wonder, what would the other faction do in the other zone? So, what would Horde do in Kul'Tiras? What would Alliance do in Zandalar? It's a mystery. It is a mystery. So let's see, next thing is Plunder Uncharted Islands. This is apparently something new. Set sail for the previously unmapped Isles of Azeroth. Battle in groups of 3 as you race against cunning rival intruders or enemy players to collect the island's resources. Constantly evolving challenges await as you traverse frozen landscapes near Northrend, open the gates of an abandoned Gilnean city, navigate a war between elementals, and more. So, yeah, from the sounds of it, this is pretty much scenarios from Mists of Pandaria, but expanded. It's going against AIs or players, so I guess you have the choice, and yeah, I've heard a lot. It's like what am I trying to say here? Many words. Apparently the objectives keep randomizing and the circumstances on the islands keep randomizing, so in some cases you'll have like a friendly people to coerce with, other times they'll be dead, other times you'll find another people invading. Yeah, very random. Very random. I guess I'll probably show it off a couple of times, but honestly I'm not sure how much I'll be playing that. Yeah. So, next thing is Stormzy. Tell you what, I'll show both at the same time. Storm the warfronts. Head to the front lines and take part in a large-scale 20-player cooperative warfront to claim a key strategic location. Build up your faction's forces. Lead the charge as your troops lay siege to the objective. Battle the enemy commanders as they make their last stand in this new PvE mode, inspired by classic RTS battles. Now, I guess my thoughts with this is it a new PvP mode? Is it a new PvE mode? Is it going to be like a scaled down Altric Valley? Is it going to be a scaled down raid? I'm not really too sure. Are you just fighting against AI? Are you fighting against players? Because I don't know. Now, I guess it is going back to the RTS roots where you have to build up your forces, lead the forces. Yeah, it's similar to Warcraft. So, yeah, I guess I'll try showing that off, but I don't know how much of that I'll play. Already doubting some of the content in the new expansion, me. So, on to the next section. Infuse armor with titanic might. Take control of the Heart of Azeroth, a legendary neckpiece entrusted to you by Magni Bronzebeard. Imbue it with Azerite, an invaluable resource that's emerged in Legion's wake, to customize your armor with your new powers and traits. Or with new powers and traits, technically. So, yeah, we'll be saying goodbye to the artifact weapons. Rest in peace, Ashbringer. And we'll be having an artifact necklace, which we'll be imbuing with Azerite, which is basically artifact power. So that system's returning in some form. And it's supposed to help us get new powers and traits into other armor pieces. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but well, I'll take a look at it and I'll give it a chance. So, there we go. The page froze for some reason there. So I'll go back up a bit. So, yeah, that's pretty much most of the stuff. So, enter a world divided. Experience the relentless conflict at the heart of the Warcraft saga. Play through the 6 new zones filled with new world quests, new world bosses, new raids, and more, as you determine whether the Horde Alliance will shape Azeroth's future. New level cap. Stop the spread of the Blood God's corruption. Blood Guard? Blood God, even? Didn't we fight a Blood God a while back? Wasn't that the thing in Zul'Gurub? Just thinking. Uncover the secrets of a lost Titan vault. Of course it's Titans. And much more as you quest to level 120. New raids and new dungeons and raids. Fight for all new dungeons like the Golden City of Atal Dazar and the Outlaw Town of Freehold. Now, there was a list of dungeons on MMO Champion, but I'm kind of scared to change the tab in case it messes this thing up. I have had a few recording attempts and it has gone horribly wrong. So, yeah, I should say one of the new dungeons is Kazan, which, for the Goblin players, yeah, that was where you started before the volcano erupted thanks to Deathwing. So, yeah, I guess we'll be going back to that and seeing what's changed. So let's see, character boost. Advance a new or existing hero character to level 110 instantly and be ready to join your new allies in battle. Lovely, I gotta decide which class I'm going to be using on that. I might do an alliance just so I have a backup character to record on. Yeah, that'll be a thought. And finally, communities. Find adventurers who share a common interest through in-game communities and join cross-realm social groups. So, sounds like cross-realm chats, I guess? Not really a fan of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That is the expansion talked about. Lovely. So, screenshots, viewer media, artwork. So, you've got new models. There we go. You've got a trailer, you've got the cinematic trailer, which is really awesome. I recommend watching it. Viewer media. I'm tempted to click on that. Screenshots, you've got what looks like going to a different game here. What sounds like not what sounds like. What looks like Dalamud in FF14 in the sky. And wallpapers. Ugh. Lovely. So, yeah, we've got a new expansion news, and what can I say? It's new zones to level up in, new zones to gear up in, we've got new dungeons, we've got new raids, and yeah, it's essentially pretty much the same thing as what I've done in Legion. It's, we're leveling up, we're gearing up, we're looking at the lore, what lore has changed, which characters are going to rise to prominence, which characters are probably going to die, and yeah, it's a new expansion. It's more story. Now, for a lore person such as me, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see what's in Zandalar. I want to see what's in Kul Tiras. I want to see where this goes. And I guess I've mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm not really a fan of the whole... Maybe I mentioned at the beginning. I'm not really a fan of the whole Horde versus Alliance deal. I'm more of a let's defeat the greater evil at hand in the universe kind of deal. But I guess right now that evil isn't showing its ugly neck. For now. So, yeah, we got to release our frustrations on something, which is the other faction. So we've got Horde vs Alliance. Now, I suspect it won't be the entire expansion that'll be Horde vs Alliance. I feel like there's going to be a point where it's going to stop. We're going to put our differences aside once again to fight a greater evil. Now, I have a feeling I know what it might be. So I guess I'll talk about it now then. There's been a lot of... there is a lot of old god references in Zandalar and Kul Tiras. Now, not really explain much, but I guess I'll try and show stuff in screenshots. Media? I really hope this has gone properly. Well, I hope there's stuff here to show. So, let's see. We've got the Blood God, which... I don't know, it could be a evil lower, it could be like a servant of an old god. And... yeah, it's not really showing much, is it? No. Shame. There is a lot of nice artwork, including maybe a new model for Fat Old Man, which could be a thing for the Alliance. Maybe. So, anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, we've got snake people and we've got fox people somewhere. What was I going to... I really shouldn't have left that screen. Nah. Well. So let me just scroll back down and I'll explain what I think is going to happen in the expansion. So we've got Horde vs Alliance, we've got Teldrassil being burnt down, we've got Lordaeron being invaded by the Alliance. Horde is going to Zandalar to get reinforcements. Alliance is going to Kul'Tiras to get reinforcements. There's going to be like a massive brawl between them. Well, an even bigger brawl. But I feel like something's going to stop it. Either like a bigger threat, like Azeroth, or maybe the Void Lords, or maybe a faction of the Burning Legion that's still around. I don't know. Something's going to appear and stop, like an ancient evil. So, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be for the whole expansion, if it's going to be Horde vs Alliance, or if it's going to stop at that point, but I don't know. Now, something that was mentioned in the announcements was that before the Battle for Azeroth expansion is over, we're going to be fighting Queen Azshara. Now, for those who are aware of Queen Azshara, yeah, Queen Azshara is the leader of the Naga, and Queen Azshara got turned into a Naga thanks to Azeroth, the old god. So if we're fighting Azshara, the logical step up from Azshara is Azeroth. So, yeah, we've got an old god to fight somewhere. Whether it be in this expansion or next expansion, he's gonna rear his head. Especially since, you know, Celephus, where the wound is, with the Azerite, you've got Cthulhu there. Maybe something will happen. I don't know, maybe the Naga will collect Azerite for Azeroth? That could be a thing. Yeah, I don't know, I'm really hoping it isn't just Horde vs Alliance. I mean, I'll still play the leveling experience, I'll still maybe get one of the allied races up, but yeah, if it's really just Horde vs Alliance, then I don't know. I mean, hell, we were fighting a Titan, or we were fighting against the Titan's forces in Legion. That was epic, but yeah, it's scaled back down to Warcraft standard. It's Horde vs Alliance, which I don't know how to feel. I only joined in Cataclysm, and I've kept on fighting giant forces, with the exception of Potamus and Planaria, but yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I'm sure I'll enjoy it when I play it anyway, but yeah, I should really stop my rambling here. Yeah. So, I guess with that, viewers, I will end my rambling here. This has been DragonofEternity going through my thoughts of the new expansion, the Battle for Azeroth. So it'll be WoW BFA before. I'm tempted to call it BAFTAs, just because of that award ceremony. I could call it Bafar. Batfar! I don't know where I'm going with this. So yeah, overall, I am looking forward to the new expansion. I am looking forward to the new story. I'll definitely record it whenever it gets announced, or whenever... So it's been announced. Whenever it gets released, the release date has yet to be announced yet, so... yeah. Maybe I'll try and opt into the beta?